September the 11th, it was the loneliest and saddest day that I recall.
It's just so hard to comprehend how this possibly happened in the United States.
Sometimes if I think about it, it seems like it was yesterday.
We saw the second airplane hit the second tower, and it was just devastating. It was just a horrible feeling. The way just to see it live while it was happening, it was unexpected.
I spent that day in San Francisco at the maintenance facility at our crisis center. We found out very shortly during the process of that day, that we had lost some of our members, along with many Americans that we lost on that day.
Everything went crazy, from shutting down the railroad to seeing if family members were okay, and actually our members. We wound up losing 4 ARASA TCU members that worked on PATH trains. And when the buildings came down, they crushed the tracks, and we lost 4 of our members that day.
At the outset, we thought it was an accident, but then when the second plane hit the South Tower, we knew that it was an attack on our country, and immediately went into panic mode as to what we're doing. My wife was at work in Midtown Manhattan, in the heart of it, and my 2 children were in school. And I just went into emergency mode, and immediately went around to get my kids out of school and try to contact my wife to make sure that she was okay.
It was just such a scary time, and our members were terrified, our members were scared. We had a lot of people that didn't want to get back on a plane. They didn't know if their plane would be next.
When I look over at the current skyline at the Freedom Tower, where the Twin Towers used to be, I think of all the senseless life that was lost on that tragic day, and the impact that it's had on the communities here surrounding Ground Zero, and how these people will never be forgotten.
Your heart bleeds because it's our people. It's our people, and they're not only workers, but they're our family. They're our IAM members, and we have a connection.
The devastation that was coming from Ground Zero, the smoke, the noise, the flames, and then just to see people coming up on the riverside, covered in black, covered in soot.
To be 20 years later and thinking about this again, and I mean, I think we reflect on it every year at this time, but this year is a little bit different.
Every 9/11, you sit back and you think about it. You think about the people who passed away, all the heroes that day, our former members and their families. Are they doing okay? I always say a little prayer and try to just sit back and reflect on that day.
I'm going to get up early in the morning. I'm going to pray for all those that we lost.
If there's one silver lining after 9/11, it's the way people came together and helped each other in those days and weeks and months following 9/11. I mean, the way our people came together at the airport to just, have compassion towards each other and help each other and lift each other up. I think we should remember that, especially in these times. 20 years later, we need to go back to having some of those same feelings.